The average child under 5 is now getting more than 3 hours of screen time per day. And most parents have a vague sense that this might not be ideal, but nobody has clearly explained what's actually happening inside the developing brain during those hours. Today, we go straight to the research. No moral panic, no tech company spin. Just the peer-reviewed science. Welcome to Raised by Science. Screen time is one of the most debated topics in modern parenting, and one of the most poorly explained. Today, we break down exactly what the neuroscience says is happening in your child's brain during screen time, why the type of screen time matters enormously, and what the research actually recommends, including the ages where the evidence is clearest.
To understand what screen time does to the developing brain, you first need to understand what the developing brain needs most. As we've covered in previous videos, the most critical driver of early brain development is something Harvard researchers call serve and return, the back and forth, contingent interaction between a baby or young child and a responsive caregiver. When a baby babbles and a parent responds, neural connections form. When a toddler points and a parent follows their gaze and names what they see, language circuits strengthen. This is the mechanism. It requires two active participants, one of whom responds to the other in real time. Screens cannot do this. Even the most sophisticated educational app responds to a child's touch, not to their emotional state, their gaze, their confusion, or their excitement. The interaction is one-directional, and one-directional input, however rich in content, does not activate the same neural building processes as contingent, responsive interaction.
The research breaks down differently by age, and this is where most of the nuance lives. Under 18 months, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends avoiding screen use entirely, with the exception of video calls with family. The reason is neurological. At this age, babies struggle to transfer learning from a 2D screen to the 3D world. Studies show that babies learn almost nothing from educational videos at this age, even ones specifically designed for them, but learn rapidly from the same content delivered by a live person. Researchers call this the video deficit effect. 18 months to 2 years. If screen time is introduced, the research recommends that parents watch alongside and actively discuss what they see, essentially translating the 2D content into interactive serve and return. Passive solo viewing at this age shows no developmental benefit. Ages 2 to 5. High quality, slow-paced programming, think content like Sesame Street, has shown genuine educational benefits in multiple studies. Fast-paced content at this age is associated with reduced attention regulation. The pace matters as much as the content. Ages 5 and above. The research becomes more nuanced and context-dependent. Social use, creative use, and educational use of screens show very different outcomes. And overall quantity matters less than what type of content and in what context.
When screen time becomes chronic and heavy, particularly in early childhood, the research has identified several consistent associations worth understanding. Reduced language development. Multiple longitudinal studies have found that children with higher screen time in the first 2 years show smaller vocabulary sizes at age 2. The mechanism is displacement. Every hour in front of a screen is an hour not spent in the serve and return interaction that builds language most efficiently.
Reduced attention regulation. Fast-paced screen content appears to tax the attentional system in ways that carry over after the screen is off. Studies have found that children who watch high volumes of fast-paced content show reduced ability to sustain attention on slower, less stimulating tasks, the kind of tasks that school requires. Disrupted sleep. Screen use within an hour of bedtime is consistently associated with delayed sleep onset, reduced sleep duration, and lower sleep quality, all of which have downstream effects on brain development, emotional regulation, and behavior.
So, what does the research actually recommend for families navigating this? 1. Under 18 months, keep screens to video calls only where possible. This isn't about screens being evil. It's about protecting the serve and return time the brain needs most during its fastest growth window. 2. If your child is 2 to 5 and watching screens, watch with them where you can and talk about what you see. Your presence converts passive viewing into interactive experience. 3. Choose slow-paced content over fast-paced. 4. Create screen-free times that protect the interactions screens tend to displace: meal times, the hour before bed, and ideally some portion of outdoor or unstructured playtime each day. 5. Don't use screens as the primary emotional soother. As we've covered in previous videos, the ability to regulate emotion is a skill built through co-regulation with a caregiver, not through distraction. Using screens occasionally to buy yourself 5 minutes is normal parenting. Using them as the default response to every emotional moment means the brain doesn't get to practice its own calming pathways.
Screens are not the enemy of child development. Chronic, passive, displacing screen use in the earliest years is what the research flags. And even then, the effects are not catastrophic for most children. They are patterns that can be adjusted. The goal isn't screen-free parenting. It's informed parenting. Knowing what the brain needs most, protecting those experiences, and making intentional choices about when screens serve your family and when they don't. If you want to understand exactly what your child's brain needs most instead, the things screens can't replace, watch the first 1,000 days, how your baby's brain is being built right now, next, right here. Subscribe to Raised by Science for more science-backed parenting content every week. See you in the next one.